So coming in hot, we got Ariely, head of partnerships at Ripple. Take a listen.
XRP is one of the few digital assets that has now regulatory clarity by the SEC. It's not a security. So that's one of the few. And I want to stress that because it took like years of sweat and hard work with the SEC to get there. So XRP, not a security, determined not a security by the SEC.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
We on location. I remember way back. You ain't have no swag. You did a little research. Now you got a moon bag. Now you got a new walk. Now you got new swag. You did a little research. Now you got a moon bag.
Blockchain monkeys, welcome to the show. Just to get right to it, there's just so much information coming. It is nonstop. The more you read, the more keeps coming. It is nothing. And then you got Trump in their office, right? Coming in hot, setting up for an amazing bull run ahead. And I believe it's going to be utility. Now, I'm no financial advisor whatsoever, but it is crazy. Now, getting right to it, we have here Evmos. We're extremely excited to announce that we've been working for the past year. Ripple and Persist are developing the EVM sidechain for the XRPL in DevNet utilizing Evmos OS. But do you know what's even crazier than that? Like DeFi hasn't even got started on the XRPL yet. You combine that with the actual use case that it has. This is going to go bananas. Now getting back to Ariely, talking to you about this XRPL EVM sidechain, but also has an execution layer using the Cosmos SDK. Let her cook.
And cross-chain the apps. So when we look at the way it was built, like XRPL, as I was saying, the DNA is very much, it was the first DNA was payment of financial use cases, so payments, now it's like a tokenization. And so you have Axelar that's going to power like the cross-chain interoperability.
Now, I was just talking to you a few days ago regarding Axelar and its place in this thing. And I also let you know that you could stake that over there on the Exodus wallet and automatically compound it. Now, coming on over here to Cyprix on Twitter X, who also has the same sentiment and has the same heat check on DeFi. They are building a brand new infrastructure. Institutional money is coming. DeFi has matured and it is not going away. Open your ears and take a listen.
The second thing that I want to talk about is institutions. So when I first entered the space in 2017, I came from Fidelity. And at the time, the conversation was, okay, when are the institutions going to enter blockchain and really make this a more legitimate space? And this conversation has been happening for the past 7 years. But if you look at the market today, I don't think there's an institution that would say crypto is going away. In fact, this year we saw one of the largest financial institutions, BlackRock, partner with a company, Securitize, one of our portfolio companies.
Come on, people.
Fund called BIDL.
Come on, people.
This trend, RWA stands for real world assets.
They're putting that thing right in front of your face. Come on, people. How many times did they have to tell you over and over and over again?
Any sort of asset that you can tokenize on chain, regardless of the numbers on this graph, it's up and to the right. And I think what we're seeing is a shift from theory to actual live production on the institutional side. And then the last data point that I want to talk about is DeFi. And, not really going to talk about DeFi as a sector.
It's okay to be early. It is truly okay to be early.
But what I want to point out is when DeFi was first starting out in 2018, or, you can sort of decide what date that would be, it was an experiment. We were rebuilding the financial infrastructure from the ground up. But now, 5 or 6 years later, DeFi has withstood a number of major shocks to its system, whether that's COVID, the regional banking crisis in the US, or even our own crypto cycle with FTX and other players. And through it all, DeFi continued to work, and we are seeing players like Aave and Uniswap prove to be resilient and prove that the technology works. And this is a brand new infrastructure that didn't exist.
We use the digital asset. I think a lot of people thought that, we have digital assets, let's just use them for payments and that'll be that. Part of the problem is that the payment systems are just not capable of supporting instantaneous settlement. So,
do you see this? This is about 5 years ago. To show you how slow we are in adapting, but also seeing and recognizing that they are building a brand new infrastructure right in front of our face. This is why the blockchain monkeys are in this jungle, and we ain't leaving until the whole squad eats.
and you don't necessarily know the entire path, and you don't know the fees until later. You don't even know if the destination account even exists until sometime later when the payment is actually processed by the destination institution. So no way to build instantaneous settlement into a system like that. So we kind of found ourselves in a situation where if we wanted institutions to settle their international payments with a digital asset, we first had to rebuild the messaging. Sort of.
You can't stop what's coming. Continue.
That have built, that have used the best tooling out there and built the Rolex of sidechains. And so XRP and EVM sidechain launching in Q1. So when you look at this, you have XRPL, then the EVM sidechain, XRP and EVM sidechain again launching in Q1. You can spin up your own private sidechain.
Peep these. Okay, over here at the sidechain extensions, you got native asset issuance, feature configurability, consensus configurability, and securely connected to the XRPL. Do you see the multiple octopusable things you can do with the XRPL?
And you have like a native extension, so native asset issuance, feature configurability, consensus configurability.
The proof is in the protocol.
And all that connected to XRPL. So again, you get the best of both worlds. You get access to the Cosmos environment, to the XRPL environment, and the functionality, the efficiencies of it.
This is not financial advice whatsoever. I'm just a monkey. And so switching gears real quick, another thing you might want to check out is a project by the name of Qubic. Qubic is a decentralized network where unmatched scalable tech meets AGI, purpose-built from the ground up to surpass traditional blockchains. And so I gotta give a huge shout out to Digital Quantums for notifying me about this gem. Not financial advice whatsoever. Do your research, but I will be doing a review. And if you're not following him, please do, because he drops gems each and every single day. Oh, and by the way, the founder is Sergey, aka Come From Behind, the innovator behind the first proof of stake NXT and DAG architecture IOTA. Huh? Who do you think you're talking to right now? Now, real quick, we got this tweet here, just to give you a little taste test. This is the first scientific paper on the blockchain crypto world that explores the origins, relationships, and implications of the biological G-factor of intelligence with its digital contender. Qubic's AI Garth, a game-changer unique approach to true AGI, with 180 references and including the first scientific dissection of the Qubic ANN learning algorithm, the initial step to grow AIs. Welcome to the Rocket. And speaking of Rocket, we got to give a huge shout out to Miss Dangerous Crypto, introducing me to this meme. Now, when I had a chance to get inside that Telegram group and see how these army memers were doing in there, I have never seen a group of people come together and act like complete fools. I absolutely love it. And a huge shout out to the army and the whole squad. It is a joy to be on this rocket with you. Now, are you able to compartmentalize? Because you have to understand, this is a game at the end of the day. But there's one thing for sure and two things for certain. XRP, just in case you forgot, you might want to take a listen.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors? Former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany? Former business director at Swift, former Swift board member, former CFO of PayPal, former head of the DTCC, former chief business officer at Uber, former VP of Amazon, and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's high-level advisory board on fintech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the Swift, keep it walking. Respecting elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in these streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. We saying by the Swift, keep it walking. Respecting elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
It has begun. Lobster meme season runs on Stellar. Now, they do have a desktop version and a mobile. And what you'll see is they have some brand new updates on there if you guys haven't been on that app in a while.